Hello, friends, and welcome to our streaming Sunday services. We are streaming on Facebook, YouTube, and here on Zoom. If you're here with us on Zoom, welcome. Consider staying after the service for a few minutes to get the link to Talkback. Talkback is our community when we get to talk and share our thoughts and perspectives on the service or about things happening in the world. It's a time that we really get to gather together as you use and, hang out. If you go to Facebook, you can find past sermons and get notifications when we go live and when we put up new videos. And those videos are also on YouTube now, so go check that out. Today's service is The Year Without Ingathering with Renée Brill. I'm really excited about this because I love our UU traditions and I love ingathering. I love collecting the water from the summer and using it as holy water for the year. I very much love our traditions and I miss them. And so, I just know that Renee's going to have a really good perspective that'll make me feel all better about missing. Well, mostly better, almost completely all better. But she has a way of putting things into perspective. So I'm very excited. In addition to Sunday services, we have other ways to connect with UUCOC, including Facebook, Instagram, the eBlast for your news, all your news, and our YouTube channel. As a reminder, for those who missed it, we have a new pastoral care person helping us out for a couple months as we go through some transitions. If you need to talk, you can get a hold of Deneen at pastoralcare@oakcliffuu.org. All right, y'all been listening to me talk about Pledge Fest for months now. I'm done, okay? I'm done with it. If you haven't pledged yet, I'm gonna sugar up my kids, hand them some slime, and if you're friends with me on Facebook, you see what they do with slime. And I'm gonna give them some water guns. That'll come into play later. You'll see what they do with those too. And I'm gonna drop them off at your house. That's what I'm gonna do. All right, seriously. If you haven't been able to fill out your form for one reason or another, there are legitimate, real reasons, including just, I'm busy, I'm tired. I feel that one extra this week. If you haven't been able to, somebody from the church will be reaching out to you soon to help you out with it. But you can still fill it out at, let me get this, Scott will put it across the screen as well, oakcliffuu.org/the-campaign-2020. What a curse number. We didn't know. All right. As you know, there are several ways to serve your church. If you can do so financially, please go to oakcliffuu.org/donate. Use it like a collection plate. Amazon Smile if you're using Amazon. iGive if you're using anything else. And our new text to give option. Also, we even have a donate button on Facebook now. Maybe there's a screenshot here. If there isn't, go find it. It's like a scavenger hunt. It's so fun. I've clearly lost my mind. If you'd like to pledge your time or talent, go to oakcliffuu.org/talent or access your time and talent sheet from your Breeze account. If you do volunteer work, if you do pledge time and talent and you do some volunteer for our church, be sure to report your time so that we can turn those hours into money. Maybe, I don't know, buy a pony, or I think Rita had some ideas for some giant fire-breathing dragons for Halloween or something. Like, put in your hours and maybe we can get one of those things. Again, you can do this in Breeze. Guest book. Hi, are you new here? Welcome, welcome, welcome to our little thing that we've got going on here. Sign the book at oakcliffuu.org/guest. Speaking of new people, I am so excited, y'all. It's been a while since I got to say this. A new member. Girl, you know who you are. It has been so good to see your smiling face every Sunday, and I am just so excited, and I cannot wait to meet you in person. I am just like this, like all the time on Sundays, not all the time here. Here at home, I'm like a mess. But welcome to UUCOC, Miss Emily Glenn. Now, how do we celebrate that? I'm thinking the booty shaking llama. Sweet. Welcome, Emily, to our wacky, awesome, just our family. Just welcome to our church. If only there were a member anniversary awesome enough to follow up with the excitement of a new member, Oh my God, guess what there is? This week's member anniversary is our, what did I call it? Our sermonizer today, Renée Brill. Happy anniversary. Anyway, what a fun Sunday. Happy Ingathering, everybody, and happy Sunday.
Good morning and welcome to our online Zoom service for the Unitarian Universalist Church in Oak Cliff. My name is Renée Brill and I'm your Vice President on your Board of Trustees. I want to especially welcome our new people this morning and to tell you that we are a covenantal church as opposed to a creedal church. What that means is that it is more important that we love and treat each other with respect and kindness than that we believe all of the same things about the big questions of our lives. This morning, we're talking about Ingathering, which is a celebration of our church's togetherness, normally held around this time every year as a big celebration to kick off the fall year. We're also going to talk about our water communion and what that means, as well as hear from people around our congregation as they bless their homes as their sacred space for fall. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you have a beautiful week, and let's have a great church today.
Father, Mother, Goddess, Creator of the universe, our higher selves, may the sign I now bless be a calling to all travelers that peace and love are here. May it always attract those seeking hope, acceptance, and understanding. May we always be welcoming to any seeking growth and knowledge, even the knowledge of things not yet knowable in this time and limited dimension. We hereby banish all negative energy from our grounds and place a barrier of protection, binding anyone who would mean us harm from entering. We bless this building and the structures on our land. May all who gather on this sacred land feel loved, feel safe, and wholly free from harm and ill intentions. I offer this blessing for both the physical location as well as for our virtual gatherings. We ask blessings of prosperity for it all within our community and for this church as we move forward to purpose. And so it is. Amen. Blessed be. Namaste. Shalom. Peace.
And so we gather from the ebb and flow of our lives, thirsty for connection to ourselves, thirsty for connection to others, thirsty for connection to the larger life. As we light this chalice, may all who gather here be filled with joy and hope, filled with compassion and love. Here may we be filled so that we may pour ourselves out into the world.
Some years ago, possibly when I first learned about infrastructure issues in the Sand Branch community of Dallas County, I added a water blessing to my daily spiritual practice. I say these words when I first use the faucet in the morning, to focus attention and appreciation on one of the areas of my life in which I am far more fortunate than some. I'd like to share it with you now, adapted slightly for water noise. Hot and cold, I am blessed. Clean and abundant, I am blessed. Washing and drinking, I am blessed. Water as metaphor also plays a significant role in my daily spiritual practice. Thanks to the generous permission of Tori and Don Fiore at TaiChiHealthProducts.org, I invite you to consider with me now this meditation written by Tori. Life is like water that flows from place to place, and I can create a ripple in that water by how I touch life. What kind of ripples will I create today? Will I nurture others? Encourage others, feed others, create something that inspires others, laugh and communicate with others, play with others, help someone hold on. And how will I also remember to feed and nurture myself? Today, I will notice what kind of ripples I create. May life flow through me in a way that blesses everyone I meet. As you go through your week, may you also know your own good fortunes and the power of the ripples you create.
Because we love one another, we honor each individual spiritual journey. We celebrate life's abundance and service to each other, our community, and the world. We connect with each other in love, respect, and acceptance. Thus do we covenant together.
And now in Spanish. Porque nos amamos uno al otro, honramos el viaje espiritual de cada individuo. Celebramos la abundancia de la vida en el servicio a entre sí, nuestra comunidad y el mundo. Ponemos en contacto a unos con otros en el amor, respeto y aceptación, así que hacemos pacto.
Hello. We are here to talk about the water communion, which is one of my favorite parts of UUCOC. I think all UUs do it, but we definitely do. You spend the summer collecting water, and then you put it all together, and it's used in ceremonies for the whole year. Mommy collects water. She's got some from Heather's birthday and jar from the full moon. Heather's birthday. So Jensen, what do you like about water? Speak real loud.
You can put it in a bucket. You can swim.
Mm-hmm.
You can go underwater.
Mm-hmm.
And you can grab stuff and play with stuff while you're swimming.
Mm-hmm.
You can do anything with water.
Kind of cool that it keeps you alive too, right? Like that's cool.
Well, it doesn't keep you alive.
It does. You drink it and it keeps you alive.
Well, it doesn't if you drown.
Well, I know one other super fun thing that you can do with water. You want to know what it is?
And you can also...
You can spray your kids with it! So apparently my little trick wasn't fair unless they're allowed to do it to me too. So, okay kids, get mommy with the water. You can do it. Right in the face!
Good morning, UU. This time in our service, we will acknowledge joys and sorrows. In our community, we make time each week to share pieces of our lives with one another. We do this because each person in our community has value, and each person's experience matters. We share our sorrows with one another today, knowing that sorrow does come into each person's life, and knowing that together we offer comfort. We also share our joys with one another, knowing that joy also comes into our lives, and knowing that together our voices can rise into a chorus of celebration. So at this time, we invite you to please share your joys and sorrows via the chat below. Take the time to do this, but also we do understand that not every joy and sorrow can be shared openly in the community. Some must be shared eye to eye or held within the heart. We also further recognize that some do not have voices which to speak the depth of their pain or the heighten of their celebration. But do know that we make space each week, either through silent candle or simply reflecting in our hearts, knowing that the life and experiences of every person matter, and together our lights shine together.
When I breathe in, I'll breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I'll breathe out love. When I breathe in, I'll breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I'll breathe out love. When I breathe in, I'll breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I'll breathe out love. When I breathe in,
How can we have ingathering without gathering? And if we can't have ingathering, what do we do instead? For some of us, the answer to that question is we can't have ingathering without gathering. For others, the answer is that of course we can have an online ingathering. This service is a collective imagining that draws from both of those answers in the typical Unitarian Universalist way of yes, both, and. Of course we can have ingathering, and of course we can't have ingathering. For those of you who are new to Unitarian Universalism or new to our congregation, we normally celebrate ingathering the week after Labor Day. In the past, our churches would close down over the summer, both to save money from air conditioning bills and because often people would take the opportunity to leave town. Even for people who didn't get a chance to go away on a summer vacation, summer still meant a vacation from church. So ingathering began as a celebration of the church's reopening for fall. Ingathering is a time for catching up with friends, signing up to volunteer, registering kids for religious education classes, a time to tell stories and share pictures from summer vacation, a time to notice how much the kids grew over the summer, and maybe most importantly, a time for a big potluck. Ingathering is a homecoming, a church pep rally, and a feast rolled all into one. In worship during ingathering, we celebrate water communion. Each member and friend will bring water from our homes or from places that we feel are holy and important to us. We join this water together in one communal pitcher as a symbol of our shared commitment to our church and the holy spaces we build and share together. The water from our communion then becomes the holy water that we use throughout the year for blessings, dedications, and just about anything else we decide we want holy water for. Ingathering is a beloved tradition to us, a touchstone and a waypoint in our travels together around the sun. But this year, we can't gather. And that is really hard. It's been hard for nearly 6 months now, and it's likely to continue. So at this time, when we're substituting ingathering with in-zooming, I want to remind you of 3 things. First, it's okay to be sad. It's okay to cry about it. It's okay to call your friends from church and cry about it. It's okay to Zoom into church and cry about it. We love each other. And sometimes the price for that love is just how deeply we miss each other. The second thing I want to remind you is to take care of your mental health. We as humans are social animals. And when we have been apart or alone for too long, it can have a significant impact on our mental health. Now, we might have different definitions for just how long apart is too long apart. But again, it's been nearly 6 months at this point, and even the most introverted of us, even the most hermit-like of us, are getting a little weird and more than a little bit cranky. So I'd like to lovingly suggest that we could all use a mental health tune-up right now. For some of us, that might mean finding someone to talk to, either a friend or perhaps a counselor. For some of us, that might mean looking into taking medication for the first time or changing the medications we're already on. You might like to go back and review the sermon from March, which covers coping mechanisms and techniques for anxiety, and try a few of them. Mental Health America is an excellent resource, an online website with screening questionnaires, tools and advice, links to free support groups, and instructions on how to find a low-cost therapist or a sliding scale therapist, and has lists of therapists who specialize or have specific training in serving LGBTQ and people of color. Now, I know that in our culture, suggesting that someone else needs to take care of their mental health is seen as presumptuous, if not outright insulting. We are still stuck with this idea that only the weak or the unloved or the not so bright can have mental health problems. But I'm very smart. I don't know if you've noticed. And I'm very strong. And I am very surely loved. And I also have very significant mental health problems. So I want to remind you that there's no such thing as too smart to be crazy, or too strong to be crazy, or too loved to be crazy. It doesn't work like that. We all have mental health, and we can all take actions to support it. And as my therapist once told me, I know you like calling yourself crazy, but it's not the truly crazy people that go to therapy. It's the ones who don't know they need to. Here's the last thing I want to remind you. We are still growing in friendship and community even now over Zoom. We are still growing in friendship and community on Facebook, on Instagram, and Discord. We are still here. We are still a church. We are still the Unitarian Universalist Church of Oak Cliff. You can join us live on Sunday morning on Zoom. You can watch over Facebook and YouTube. You can join the conversation live in our talkback after the service or ongoing throughout the week in our talkback Facebook group. Sarah is doing awesome work leading a Build Your Own Theology course on Sunday afternoons. And I've been hosting an evening hangout from 8 to 10 on Discord from Monday to Thursday. Now, if you're not a night owl like me and you'd rather a morning hangout or a lunchtime hangout, contact me and I can help you get set up on Discord to host a get together at a time that works best for you. Now, I know that online is not the same as being together. I feel it too. It's not the same as being able to sing together, as being able to hear you sing, to share a hug and a cup of coffee side by side in the sanctuary. But it also has its own special joys. I've gotten to see sneaky little peeks into people's homes and back gardens. I've gotten closer to friends as we've comforted each other at the end of a hard day. And perhaps most especially, I've gotten to hear all of the silly little voices that people talk to their fur babies with. And if the way you talk to your cat or your lovely little dog isn't the love language of your heart, then I don't know what is. So keep reaching out, keep joining us, and keep using that love language of your heart. Amen, Ashe, and blessed be.
When our heart is in a holy place, when our heart is in a holy place, we are blessed with love and amazing grace. When our heart is in a holy place, when we trust the wisdom in each of us, every color, every creed and kind, and we see our faces in each other's eyes, then our heart is in a holy place. When our heart is in a holy place, when our heart is in a holy place, we are blessed with love and amazing grace. When our heart is in a holy place, when we tell our story from deep inside, and we listen with a loving mind, and we hear our voices in each other's words, then our heart is in a holy place. When our heart is in a holy place, when our heart is in a holy place, we are blessed with love and amazing grace. When our heart is in a holy place, when we share the silence of sacred space, and the God of our heart stirs within, and we feel the power of each other's faith, then our heart is in a holy place. When our heart is in a holy place, when our heart is in a holy place, we are blessed with love and amazing grace. When our heart is in a holy place, when our heart is in a holy place.
Today, as you make your pledge or offering to support this community, Let the words of Heather Christensen inspire you to generosity, individually and together. Unitarian Universalism is a grand vision of a world filled with peace and justice, love and joy. That vision is embodied in a few large congregations, numerous mid-sized congregations, and many, many small congregations. No matter its size, every congregation depends on each of its members. Each one of you, by your commitment of time, energy, and resources, helps make that grand vision real. Individually and together, we are Unitarian Universalists, building a world filled with peace and justice, love and joy.
From you I receive, to you I give. Together we share, and from this we live. De ti yo recibo, a ti te doy. Así compartimos y vivimos hoy. From you I receive, to you I give. Together we share, and from this we live. De ti yo recibo, a ti te doy. Así compartimos y vivimos hoy.
So Are We Bound Together by Elizabeth Lerner McClay. As drops of rain that find each other and build to become a track, a rivulet, a stream, a river, a sea, so are we drawn together. So are we fortunate to find each other. So are we bound together on this shared passage towards an unknown ocean and eternity.
We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. And now in Spanish. Extinguimos esta llama, pero no la luz de la verdad, el calor de comunidad o el fuego de nuestro compromiso. Estos los llevaremos en el corazón hasta que estemos juntos otra vez.